Her brother had barely stopped breathing when his sister wrapped him in a worn bamboo mat and dragged him toward the barren hills behind the village. Every villager working along the road stopped, pointed at her, and started cursing. Everyone knew the siblings had no parents. She had cared for her sick brother for 5 long years and was known for being hardworking and kind. No one expected her to seem so heartless the moment he died. Someone rushed over, blocked her path, and snapped at her. How could she be this cruel? She wouldn't even buy him a simple coffin and was taking him into the hills to be left to wild animals. The sister dropped to her knees, tears hitting the dirt as she bowed over and over, choking back sobs. Everything they could sell had gone toward medicine. They had nothing left, not even money for a burial plot. By village custom, someone with no property or family grave rights couldn't enter the ancestral cemetery. If she didn't bury him before nightfall, he wouldn't even have a sheltered resting place. After hearing that, everyone fell silent and stepped aside. No one criticized her again. Just as she got up to keep going, an old traveling peddler carrying baskets hurried over. He looked at the man in the bamboo mat, then at the tearful girl, and pulled a small packet of dried herbs from his bag. Boil these herbs into a broth and give it to him. He'll open his eyes in 3 days, stand in 7, and be back to normal in half a month. The old peddler wanted no money. He only asked that if it worked, she agreed to one condition. She froze, thinking he had to be joking. But with nowhere else to turn, she gritted her teeth, picked up her brother, and went home. Late that night, she boiled the herbs and carefully pried open her brother's mouth to feed him the medicine. The neighbors heard the noise and peeked through the door. They whispered that grief had driven her crazy, wasting her time on a dead man, and waited for the whole thing to become a joke. It was one more thing weighing on her. She worried day and night until her eyes were bloodshot. On the 3rd morning, she dozed beside the bed and suddenly felt movement. She looked up, and her brother, still wrapped in the bamboo mat, had actually opened his eyes. Over the next few days, he slowly learned to walk while holding the wall. Half a month later, he could chop wood, cook, and work like before. The entire village went wild. Everyone said her devotion had somehow moved heaven itself, but she couldn't relax. She kept thinking about the peddler's condition, terrified he would ask for something she couldn't accept. Exactly 1 month later, the old peddler showed up right on time. The moment her brother saw him, his face changed. He grabbed a wooden pitchfork and blocked the door, convinced the man had saved him only to take advantage of his sister. He refused to let her go with him. The siblings argued as more villagers gathered around. Everyone told her not to be foolish, to stay home with her brother and never trust a stranger. She wiped away her tears, bowed deeply to her brother 3 times, and said a person had to keep their word. Then she turned and left the village with the old peddler. The villagers shook their heads and sighed. They said she was too stubborn, giving up a peaceful life to follow a stranger into the unknown. They crossed 3 mountains and walked all day before reaching a quiet valley deep in the wilderness. There stood a small mud brick house already stocked with food, firewood, cookware, and everything they needed. The old peddler told her to take care of the home. He would gather medicinal herbs in the mountains each day, sell them, and give her every coin he earned. Life was simple and peaceful. The old peddler was quiet but thoughtful, always noticing the little things she liked. More than a year passed before terrible news came from below the mountain. A band of raiders was attacking nearby villages, bringing chaos the area had never seen before.